Ruth from Steel Castle, long shadow out towards second. First pitch to Wood is a fastball a little outside and called a strike now. And it is 0-1. You've heard me complain about some of the replacement umpires waiting a good second and a half, 3 seconds to call a strike. We've got William J. Lepetame doing the same thing today. 0-1, the pitch to him is inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. You're going to have a delay after every pitch to see whether or not he thinks it's a strike or not. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wood. Wood hitting .321. The homer yesterday in the first inning was his team-leading 5th, and he's also driven in 15 runs. Deal away from first base. The 1-1 pitch is swung through and missed. Feierabend with enough on the fastball to get it by Brandon, and the count goes to 1-2. These two faced off against each other quite a bit last year. They were in the same division in the California League. Feierabend with Inland Empire and Wood with Rancho Cucamonga. It's a 1-2 count. Long pause of the stretch and a throw over to first base. Full Teal. He's on his way to second base. LaHair running in towards second. Flips to the shortstop. Navarro puts the tag down on Teal. Aaron Teal has been picked off now 3 times in the season. This is going to be going down as caught stealing since he made a move towards second base. 1-3-6 goes the put out. There's 2 gone. Base is empty now, and Wood still batting with a 1-2 count. Good move by Feierabend. Not one of those left-handed balk moves where he steps halfway between first and the mound and the pitch and the plate. He really just left that leg up there quite a long while, and once Teal made his move, he just flipped over there. Now back to the windup. The 1-2 to Wood is fouled straight back. Got a good swing at it. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. While Wood was busy hitting 43 homers in the California League last year, Feierabend got 8 wins and a .388 ERA. Had a decent season. Pitch on the way to Wood. It's high and tight, and it's 2-2. Feierabend's earned run average was the second lowest ERA in the California League last year, and it's .388. I'll tell you just how much offense was in the Cal League in 2005. A breaking ball from Feierabend dove straight down into the dirt before it got to the plate. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Brandon Wood. Matt Brown on deck. We haven't had a ball put into play yet. A walk, a strikeout, man caught stealing. Now the payoff to Wood. Swing and a miss. Blank 3. And Feierabend challenged him with a fastball, and that's the 30th time that Brandon has struck out here in the young season. That'll take us into the bottom of the first. Raz didn't get much going. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. Going into the bottom of the first, 0-0 on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
A traveler nearing a great city asked an old man seated by the road, "What are the people like in the city?" Well, the man asked, "What were they like where you came from?" The traveler said, "They were horrible, mean, unworthy, detestable in all respects." "Ah," said the old man, "you'll find them the same in the city ahead." Scarcely had the first traveler gone on his way when another stopped to inquire about the people in the city before him. Again, the old man asked about the people in the place the traveler had just left. "They were fine people, honest, industrious, and generous to a fault," declared the second traveler. "I was sorry to leave." The old man responded, "That's exactly how you'll find the people here." I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, the way people see others is really just a reflection of themselves.
For more information, call 225-8684 or look on the web at www.churchatrockcreek.org.
You are witnessing some intense pain here, folks. Throbbing muscles, swollen joints. This is pure torture. We're talking total body suffering. Not even the internal organs are...
Bob, the game hasn't started yet.
Game? I'm talking about me.
Don't let orthopedic discomfort interrupt your life. Learn to manage it with Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, the state's leaders in orthopedic medicine. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back in the game.
Oh, I can feel that hit up here.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We come back to Wolf Municipal Stadium here in the bottom of the first with Jesse Smith. Just about finished with his warm-up. He'll be facing Jason Bourgeois, Ozzy Navarro, and Jeff Clement at the top of the San Antonio order. Well, Jesse got his feet back underneath him just 3 days ago in the Trav 6-5 win over Wichita. Jesse pitched a scoreless 8th inning. And just 2 days prior, in his third start of the season, Jesse completed just 1 inning, giving up 6 runs on 4 base hits and a couple of walks. Plus, he also hit a batter in the first inning. And so hopefully Jesse's got more than just 1 inning today. Travelers desperately need some work out of their starting rotation. Here's Bourgeois up to the plate. The veteran right-hand batter takes the first pitch inside from Smith. Ball 1. Really, there's only about 3 or 4 Traveler relievers that are available today, and they each have just 1 inning under their belt if they can even come in. The 1-0 to Bourgeois is also up high, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. So hopefully Smith will have 6 innings, maybe 7. Keep the Travs in this one as a 2-0 is on the way, and it is also up high. And Smith missing with the first 3 pitches. Not a very good start. Smith has walked 3 and struck out 3 along with 13 innings, but he's also allowed 21 hits and a .375 average. 3-0 to Bourgeois. He takes all the way, and it's a called strike at the knee. Bourgeois hitting .216, no homers, and 5 RBI. You remember that name from back with the Frisco Rough Riders a couple of years ago. It's a 3-1 pitch to him, and he fouled it over the first base seats out of play, and it's 3-2. Bourgeois in 2004 was the everyday second baseman for Texas League champion Frisco and was a prospect for the Rangers at that point, but was sent over to the Braves last year at AAA. Now he's back down at AA with the Mariners. It's a 3-2 pitch from Smith, and here it is. Reached for and fouled straight back. Bourgeois just went after ball 4 and keeps the count 3-2. Bourgeois, who is a speedy man, no power, and he does make solid contact. A 3-2 pitch forthcoming. Here it is from Smith. Swung on, fouled over the roof towards the press box. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3 consecutive foul balls hit by Bourgeois. Bourgeois last year hit .240 in the International League with Richmond. Drove in only 16 in the full season. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Smith coming home with another payoff, and it is fouled away. That's 4 consecutive foul balls by Bourgeois. For Jesse Smith, your basic 4, fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. Fastball in the high 80s. He's to keep everything down in the zone. Back to work with another 3-2 to Bourgeois, and that one's popped up. It'll stay in play. Shallow right field. Day out from second base. It goes foul, and Mike Elward makes a nice basket catch over by the bullpen. So Jesse Smith really deserved to get that out after battling with Bourgeois for 9 pitches, and Mike Elward does the tough work with making a catch almost over his head. Basket style like Willie Mays, although at first base instead of center field. Number 2 batter, Ozzy Navarro, now coming up. Nothing score, bottom of the first. We get our first look at Ozzy Navarro, right-handed hitting shortstop. It's .298 with no homers and 5 RBIs. Elward's going to play up a little as the pitch comes and misses the inside corner for ball 1. Navarro, prospect and quite young, 21 years old. Won't be 22 until October. Here in his first AA season. A 1-0 pitch is inside again. Ball 2. 2-0 on Navarro. Jeff Clement waiting on deck. Smith fell behind Bourgeois 3-0 and came back to retire him on the foul out. Now falling behind 2-0 on Navarro. He winds up, and the pitch on the way. It's a changeup, and it's up high. Ball 3. Navarro, 6 feet tall, 155 pounds. Does crouch down a little bit. Small strike zone. The 3-0 pitch is a slider, and it's called for a strike on the outside corner. A slider on 3-0. But it worked. Navarro is a patient hitter. He's already walked 12 times this year in just 17 games. Let's see if he takes the 3-1. Here's Smith coming home, and it's a fastball, and it's fouled at the knees, called strike 2. So Smith has thrown nothing but strikes after getting the 3 balls on the first 2 hitters of the game. Here's the leg kick and the payoff pitch to Navarro. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Navarro turns his face towards the plate umpire and gives him a little smile. A smile that may have been filled with some sarcasm. 2 outs. Good pitch there by Jesse Smith. You'd like to see a pitcher get the call if it's maybe a half inch off the plate. We used to say that was even off the plate. Great pitch there by Jesse Smith. Strikeout number 4 on the season. 2 outs. The base is empty, and here's Jeff Clement. left-hand batter takes a strike at the knees, and so Smith throws his first pitch strike of the day. Clement, this is the top prospect on this ball club. Left-handed hitting catcher with power. The 0-1 is another strike, a changeup at the knees, and it's 0-2. Clement, who has struggled defensively, also had to deal with missing 11 games with a sore elbow. But back to action now, hitting .257 with 1 homer and 5 driven in. Smith's 0-2 pitch is a curveball, and he strikes him out swinging. Whole bunch of movement on that 0-2 curve. So for Jesse Smith, he sets him down 1-2-3. Nice job. One of the first 1-2-3 innings by a Travelers starting pitcher this season. That'll take us into the top of the second and a 0-0 score at Wolf Municipal Stadium. Back for action after this on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope.
In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in central, north, central, and northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin-Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back to the ballpark, top of the second inning here at Wolf Municipal Stadium on a beautiful Wednesday evening. Sunny skies, just a couple of clouds up there. They're very wispy. And boy, it is nice to be in San Antonio when it's not 3,000 degrees. It's in the mid-70s and just perfect spring weather for a late April ball game. Matt Brown will lead off for the Travs against Ryan Feierabend. Top of the second, 0-0 score. And here's the left-hander coming home. And Brown's out in front of a changeup. Swings and misses. Strike one. Middle three hitters of the Traveler order, Brown, Elward, and Wilson. All of them hitting higher than 300. And Elward, the top of the list for the Travs, hitting 400. Feierabend delivers the 0-1. Brown fouls it over the net to one of the luxury booths over to the right side of the broadcast booth, and it's 0-2. Well, in the first inning, no Traveler put the ball into play. Feierabend struck out 2 men, walked 1, and got the third out when he caught Teal stealing. We're now ahead of Brown 0-2. The leg kick and the pitch, and it is inside a little bit, ball 1. Brown hitting .321, 4 homers, 11 RBIs. Slowed down a little bit in the Wichita series. Had 4 hits in the series. All 4 were doubles. The 1-2 pitch. Brown swings, loops it over shortstop to left center for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Nelson with the sun right in his eyes. Brown makes a wide turn and now hustles back into first base with a leadoff single. Nice piece of hitting by Brown. With 2 strikes, shortened up on the bat, got his hands inside a breaking ball and was able to golf it over the shortstop's head. First base hit of the game. And it'll bring up Mike Elward. Elward, about as hot of a hitter as you find in the league right now. His .400 batting average ranking 3rd. Only J.R. House and Jason Terry are ahead of him. Elward with 2 homers and 19 RBIs, which is 2nd in the league. Pitch on the way, and Elward takes a strike, and it is 0-1. Brown at first, nobody out. Elward crushed the ball in the Wichita series. 10 for 19. With 7 doubles. Even the outs were hit hard. 0-1 pitch. Up high, a little inside as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Elward's been feeling very comfortable at the plate, and with a left-hand pitcher in Feierabend going up against the Travs. Greg Porter gets the day off, and so Elwood, who would usually be the DH with Porter in the lineup, is starting at first. The 1-1 swing and a miss, as Feierabend seems to surprise some of the Travs with the velocity on his fastball, and it gets to that catcher's mitt pretty quickly. Was able to strike out Wood on a fastball and then blew one right by Elwood, his good fastball hitter. Here's a 1-2 to Mike. He swings and pops it up right in front of the mound. Now, behind the plate it'll go. Rookie the catcher makes the catch. Nice easy grab for him. And there's one away, bringing up Bobby Wilson. Well, Wolf Municipal Stadium, as you know, this is a pitcher's paradise of sorts. Usually the wind is blowing in from right field, but today, more or less, it's not much of a factor. It's kind of blowing across the outfield from left to right. 340 down the right field line, and a quite short 310 down the left field line. Pitch on the way to Wilson. It's a curve, and it's right on the inside corner for a strike. Nice late sharp break from Feierabend. 0-1 on Wilson. Dead center, 402 feet, and I'm not sure if I've seen many balls go out past the center field wall here in San Antonio. Count is 0-1, and Feierabend shows that good look over to first base. Brown got back in standing up. Now, they do not mark the power alleys at San Antonio, but you imagine it's about 380, 385 to right center, about 375 to left center. 0-1 pitch to Wilson, swung on, hit high in the air towards right center field. Going after it is Wladimir Balentien, and he makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. Wilson didn't hit the ball all that well. In fact, he was leaning over the plate and really didn't get much of his weight behind that swing. It was mostly arms. But Feierabend got him to chase one and gets the second out of the inning. Here's Jason Espedo. 0-0 our score, top of the second. This series featuring two teams that have struggled big time recently. Travs dropping 8 of 10 on their opening homestand. The Missions did the Travs one worse. They lost 9 of their last 10, including 9 in a row. 1 point. The speed of the batter takes a pitch on the inside corner. Strike one called. Espedo, lefty versus lefty. Jason hit a towering homer to tie the game 2 nights ago. In the 9th, pitch up high here, makes the count 1-1. Espedo, who had been Mr. Bad Luck for the Travs ever since the end of last season, and then at the start of this year, a lot of line drives and hard grounders hit right at fielders, and he's had a couple of really nice plays made on his hard balls. Here's a pitch lined the other way down the left field line for a base hit. That'll roll to the corner where Nelson picks it up on the warning track. Boykin puts up the stop sign, and Brown has to hold up at third base. Good idea because the throw just came in to the shortstop Navarro, and over to second goes Espedo on the stand-up double. So second and third with 2 outs for David Gates. Nice play by Nelson, getting over to that wall quickly. And if the ball got past him along the fence as it came from the left field corner, then the Travs would have easily been able to score Brown. And Nelson also got the ball to the infield quickly, so second and third, first is open, and here is David Gates. Well, the Travs had one chance to get back into the game yesterday, trailing by 6 in the 5th inning. Gates came to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out, and struck out. Here with 2 outs, looking for a base hit. First pitch is up high at the letters, called strike one. A little bit of a delayed call there. 0-1 on Gator. Gates was swinging for the fences with the bases loaded and no outs yesterday. At this point, he's really looking to make contact, get one through the infield, and you make it a 2-0 lead. 0-1 count. They'll try to bust him inside. Feierabend comes with a fastball, and that was a little high. May have hit the corner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Gates. David hitting 167 with 1 homer. That 1 home run drove in his only RBI of the year. But Gates is now starting to see more day-to-day action and should pick up the pace. The 1-1, swing and a miss, and Gates seemed to change his mind that he wanted to swing halfway through his action. Didn't really finish the swing. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Trav DH. Devin Day is on deck. We have 0-0 score in the top of the second, but Gates with a chance to bring home 2 runs with a base hit. Feierabend delivers. Gates fouled it back. He went after a pitch that was tailing away from him. Stays alive with a 1-2 count. Feierabend looking pretty impressive so far. He has given up a couple of hits here in the second, but he changes speed. Fastball seems to have nice velocity. We've only seen a couple of breaking balls, but they seem to have a nice sharp break. A 1-2 to Gates, and he threw it into the dirt, but pouncing on it is Rusty. That'll keep the ball in front of him, and Brown holds at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gates. Infield is deep, and the outfield plays Gator to go the opposite way towards right. A rather large gap open is left center. And Gates being a pull hitter, he should send one out to that gap. Here's a stretch by the left-hander, and again, Rusty sets up inside. The pitch is grounded slowly on the right side. Be a tough play for the first baseman LaHair. He gets it shuffled over to the pitcher, and is just in time for the out at first base. Gates hustled as hard as he could, but a nice play by LaHair and the pitcher Feierabend fielding his position. That play goes 3-1, and the Travs get nothing in the second inning. No runs on 2 hits and 2 men left. That'll take us to the bottom of the second. 0-0 our score on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
The romance begins at Cupid's. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donaghy Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Parham in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Rain-Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Rain-Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back for baseball in the bottom of the second inning as the Travs strand a couple of men in scoring position in their half of this second. Here come the San Antonio Missions against Jesse Smith in the bottom half. Wladimir Balentien, Bryan LaHair, and John Nelson will be doing the batting against Smith to set down the Missions in order in the first. Phil Elson with you here on Little Rock ESPN 1380 and minorleaguebaseball.com. First game of a 7-game road trip, 4 in the Alamo City and 3 at the Big Burger in Corpus Christi. Here's Balentien, prospect, right-hand batter with power. Takes the first pitch, a changeup, and it's a strike from Jesse Smith. And the count is 0-1. Balentien, who's hitting .284 with 3 homers and 15 RBIs. Hovers over the plate, pitch on the way, and it is chopped outside third, a foul ball, 0-2. Wladimir Balentien, 21 years old, from Willemstad, Curacao. Reports have said that he speaks 4 languages fluently, including his native language, Dutch. It's an 0-2 count, and Smith comes home to Balentien and backs him off the plate with a hard fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Balentien, 6'2", 190 pounds. He'll take a big swing. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it is popped out of play over the first base bleachers. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Balentien. Wladimir is his name, but it's spelled with a W. W-L-A-D. You don't call him Wladimir. It's a 1-2 count as he leads off the inning against Smith. And the catcher Wilson wants it on the inside corner. Here's Jesse's delivery. It is low and inside. Had that corner, but just missed it a little under the knees. Infield is deep, lots of room up the middle. The 2-2 on the way, and the curve in the dirt, and it's a full count now to Balentien. Balentien, a free swinger with 27 strikeouts this year. Also taken 11 walks. Jesse Smith struck out the last 2 batters of the first inning. No walks yet. 3-2 pitch is on the way. And strike 3 is called at the knees. Jesse Smith has rung up 3 consecutive strikeouts, 2 of them on batters caught looking. So for Balentien, his 28th strikeout of the season for him. And here comes Bryan LaHair. LaHair, who is the top hitter on this ball club for the moment, hitting .323 with 3 home runs. Enters the game on a 7-game hit streak. The left-hand batter standing in with an open stance. Here's a pitch from Jesse Smith. It is low and away. Called a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on LaHair. LaHair with a wide open stance, almost daring him to bring it inside. And Jesse does, and it's slowly grounded to the hole at short, but Brown is there to field it and fire for out number 2. Great pitch by Smith, right in the hands of Bryan LaHair. 5-3 on the putout, 2 gone to bring up John Nelson. Nelson, one of the returnees from last year's Mission Ball Club. A power-hitting right-hander who hit 15 homers last year, but also struck out 129 times. 2 outs and nobody on base for Nelson, who's hitting .279 with 2 long balls and 6 driven in. Pitch on the way from Smith. It's the curve, and it hit the inside corner. Strike 1. Smith looks pretty sharp right now. Jesse was about to go into the windup. Now he will come back with the 0-1. And Nelson hits a high chopper to second, gloved by Devin Day. He'll flip on the run to first base, and that'll complete the inning. So for Jesse Smith, his second perfect inning to start the game, taking us into the top of the third. 0-0 on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
When good spark plugs go bad, even a drive in the country is in jeopardy.
Hey, spark plugs lets you catch a nova and performance anxiety.
I don't understand. This never happened before.
Yeah, whatever.
How's performance letting you down?
Who's this guy?
Autolite XP Extreme Performance Spark Plug, ma'am.
You seem different from the other spark plugs.
I have iridium-enhanced fine wire technology for faster ignition and optimum performance.
Ooh, that's hot.
Autolite, it's time to change your plug.
About 3 months ago, I put a new shaft in my driver, and let me tell you, I am hitting the ball 18 yards farther than I have ever hit it in my life. It's the Mitsubishi Rayon Diamante shaft, and it's also won 8 times on the tour this year, including the Masters. For 20 years, Mitsubishi Rayon has built the high-performance shaft in Japan, and now they brought it to America. The Diamante is available in 6 different weights from 53 to 103 grams and multiple flexes. Go to MitsubishiRayonGolf.com, and you too can start hitting the ball farther than you've ever hit it in your life. I guarantee it.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. Oh, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real live person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico, 1-800-947-AUTO.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Traveler Baseball here on Little Rock ESPN 1380, along with me, Phil Elton. Thanks for tuning us in. All 4 games here in San Antonio will be starting at 7:05 until the ITT Tech pregame show will also be live at 6:45. Coming into the top of the third inning, we'll start with the number 9 batter for the Arkansas Travelers, Devin Day, standing in. This will be the first former Arkansas Razorback to get an at-bat for the Travs since 2002. Kevin Burns, the last former Razorback to get any time with the Arkansas Travelers. And only the third since the Angels became the affiliate. So Day, making his Double-A debut as well, stands in, and here's a pitch to him. It is low, ball 1 from Ryan Feierabend. Feierabend in 2 innings has allowed 2 hits, 1 walk. He has struck out a pair, caught a man stealing himself. Here's the 1-0 today, and the right-hand batter takes it on a outside corner for a strike, and now it is 1-1. Day, born September 3rd, 1980, and played with the Razorbacks in 2004. The pitch is fouled in the air over first base, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Devin in 2004 with the Hogs batted .275, 2 homers, 23 RBI. Played in 53 games, helping Arkansas get to the College World Series. Was undrafted, however, and been with the Angels ever since the end of the Razorback season in 2004. Pitch fouled off by Day over the right side. And the count's still 1-2. Day, with Rancho Cucamonga to the start this season, been a backup middle infielder. Hit .273, no homers, and 7 driven in. Feierabend back to the plate with a 1-2, and Day fouled it off the catcher's mask and stays alive still. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last season, Devin Day batted .284. Homering 5 times, driving in 22. Seems to be a pretty steady player. He'll strike out a lot. Not too sure about how he has fielded previously, but at the plate, he's not going to make a fool of himself. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, evens it up 2-2. Following Day is Dwayne Bacon and Aaron Peel. Ricky, the catcher, wants it right at the knees. The pitch is a changeup, and Day swings and misses to strike out. 1 away in the 3rd inning. And for Feierabend, his 3rd strikeout of the day. Top of the order now, and Wayne Bacon was called out on strikes to begin the game. 0-0 our score, top 3. Wayne standing in there. Switch hitter batting from the right side. The delivery on the way shows bunt. Takes it. It is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Good to see that Dwayne is really starting to square around a lot more. Even if you don't bunt, if you square around once, give those corner infielders a thought of it. Cuts off some of their time to react on a hard ground ball. And then again showing bunt. He takes it low and in. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Can remember a few years ago, Kenny James showed bunt on a pitch, took it back. The next pitch, he hit for an inside-the-park home run. That caught him by surprise. And here's a pitch driven high, deep right center field. The ballpark's going to hold it. Gary Harris tracks it down to the gap from center field and makes the catch for out number 2. So Dwayne, no hits, 2 at-bats. Here comes Aaron Peel. Peel was the first man to reach base today, taking a base on balls in the 1st inning. Didn't stay on base all that long as he was caught stealing by Feierabend, who has exhibited a very nice pickoff move. Right-hand batter waiting, and Feierabend comes home with an off-speed pitch, swung through and missed. Strike 1. While Feierabend not giving the Travs really any idea what he's going to throw, he's crossing them up. Seems to have confidence with all 3 pitches. The 0-1 hit the inside corner. Hard fastball, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Peel. Pitcher's looking sharp today. Smith, 2 perfect innings. And here comes the 0-2 to Peel. He swings and lines it foul. That'll get over the first base seats right to the Mission's front office. Just the 6th home game of the season for the San Antonio Mission. 0-2 pitch. Peel takes it inside. Backed off the plate. It was also up at the chin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. San Antonio averaging a little under 3,700 per game in their first 5 home games. Hear about that today. Pitch on the way. Popped up over first base by Peel. Crossing foul territory. The right fielder Balentien over to the stands. Runs out of room. It's about 5 rows deep. And the count is still 1-2 on Peel. 2 outs, no one on base. Not too much foul territory down the lines in the outfield. In fact, there's hardly any foul territory for the final 40, 50 feet in the outfield. Bullpens are located right up against the fences in foul territory, butting into the stands. You do have a normal amount of foul ground down the infield. Not as much as Wichita, though. A 1-2 to Peel, swung on and hit in the air to dead center field. Drifting back is Harris. He stops, waits, and makes the catch. And the Travs are done in the 3rd. First inning that they go down in order today. That'll take us to the bottom of the 3rd. 0-0 our score. From San Antonio, it's Travelers Baseball in Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every time. Every woman,
Los Cerritos, 4834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's in North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Clock Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the Yellow Pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back to action, bottom of the 3rd inning here at Wolf Municipal Stadium, the home of San Antonio professional baseball since 1994. Ballpark's holding up well. It's gotten a new coat of paint. I think that there's been some new carpeting put in the dugouts and in the manager's office in the clubhouses. And the most visible thing here at the ballpark is a beautiful green field. Last year, the field at Wolf Stadium was not in tip-top shape, but, man, they have done a beautiful job with the playing surface. Lush and green everywhere, not a single dead spot. Bottom of the order for the Wranglers, number 7 batter Gary Harris, bouncing the bat up his shoulder. He's a left-hander and takes a strike from Jesse Smith, who has thrown almost nothing but strikes. After falling behind the first 2 batters, 3-0, he's only missed with 3 pitches. That was back in the 1st inning. Here we are in the 3rd. Harris lines one back up the middle, almost hit Smith. To the center field for a leadoff hit. But Gary Harris is aboard, the first man to reach for the San Antonio Missions tonight. Here's another returner, Jesús Guzmán. Guzmán, who played for the Missions last year. Last year he was only 20 years old. Had a decent season. This year at 21, they're expecting a little more. Guzmán, a right-hander, has not started off well. He's hitting only 182 in 16 games. Harris has a decent lead at first. It's on the way from Smith, and it is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Guzmán last year hit .258 with 9 home runs and 53 RBI. He did exhibit some power for just a 20-year-old. Man at first, Harris, 2 steals, 2 attempts. He's off the base by about 4 feet. Elward holding him on, reaching out to the glove. Smith will step off the rubber and look him back. Bobby Wilson behind the dish has been one of the toughest catchers to run on in the early part of the season. Here's a stretch by Smith with an 0-1 count. The delivery to Guzmán is fouled back into the screen. Strike 2. Bobby Wilson has thrown out 8 batters. 8 runners. I'm sure he's thrown out a batter here and there, but batters don't try to steal bases. Smith ahead 0-2, looking for the strikeout or a ground ball from Guzmán. Right-hander sent to the belt, turns over to first, fires to Elward. The tag is late. Harris dives back in. 0-0. Bottom of the 3rd. Travelers with the best scoring opportunity thus far. They had 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs in the 2nd inning, but failed to score. Smith looks over his left shoulder. Now comes set. A long pause, and now the 0-2 pitch is inside, ball 1. Guzmán's been the 3rd baseman now for 2 years for the Missions, ever since Justin Leone got the call up to AAA. Leone, I believe, still up there with AAA Tacoma. Smith sets, throws over to first again. Guzmán dives back in on the chest. He's safe. Smith a little cautious in this spot. Fires over to first again, and he was late getting throw over there. Guzmán only took a couple of steps off when Smith thought he might have a chance to catch him sleeping. Harris still out to that 4.5-step lead. He's on the move. The pitch is low. Wilson's throw to second is perfect in time for the out. One away, and boy, Bobby Wilson put that ball a good 2 feet on the first base side of second. Brandon Woods came across from shortstop, and he just laid the tag right down on Harris as he slid into the base. That'll go 2-6. And for Bobby Wilson, he has now caught 9 of 15 men stealing. 1 out. That's the first time Harris has been thrown out this year. Now the windup in Jesse Smith's 2-2 is swung on and fouled in front of the plate. It actually rolled in front of the batter, but after it hit Guzmán's foot. So the count remains 2-2. When you watch a catcher like Bobby Wilson throw, he's got great mechanics behind the plate, and he throws completely over the top, meaning that there is no movement on his throw to the left or to the right. It goes straight to the fielder at second base. The 2-2 pitch from Smith, and it's chopped to the hole at short, cut off by Brown. Third baseman throws on the run, a little bit off the line, but down the home plate side of the bag. Elward catches the ball and tags Guzmán for out number 2. Again, that'll go 5-3, and Matt Brown has helped turn a couple of outs. 2 gone, bringing up Justin Ruxy. Our first look at Ruxy, who's catching today in place of Jeff Clement, who's the DH. The third-string catcher for the San Antonio Missions, none other than former Traveler Tom Gregorio. Pitch on the way to Ruxy, and that's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Gregorio, who spent last year at AAA with the Athletics in Sacramento, is now a third-string AA backup. Remember, he started for the Traps in 2001 and most of 2002. The 0-1 to Ruxy is low and away with a breaking ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. I hope we get a chance to see Gregorio play, because he was about as hard-nosed of a player as the Traps had in the early Angel years. The 1-1 is swung on and hit high to the center fielder Bacon, drifting back. He's got plenty of room to make the catch for out number 3. So for the Missions in the third inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man caught stealing, and nobody left. 3 innings in the books. Not much to tell you about. Nothing. Back after this for more Traveler Baseball on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with Deductible Rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Stone Lake Golf Course is one of Central Arkansas's hidden sports gems. Located just 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road, Stone Lake features a unique link-style course and some of the most reasonable green speeds around, complete with driving range plus chipping and putting greens and a full-range snack bar. Stone Lake has everything a good duffer needs. Check out a hole-by-hole description on stonelake.net or call 945-0945 for Stone Lake.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
How back to you, Phil?
Returning for the top of the 4th inning at Wolf Municipal Stadium, I'm Phil Elson, giving you the totals over the first 3, and you know what? Not many totals to give. For the visiting Arkansas Travelers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, stranding 2, and for the home-standing San Antonio Missions, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Travelers' leadoff man of the 4th inning is shortstop Brandon Wood against Ryan Feierabend. Lefty versus righty, pitch on the way, and Wood will take it. A strike on the outside corner. And it is 0-1. Brandon struck out in the first inning, 30th strikeout of the season for him. Fearbend 0-1 is low, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Brown on deck, then Mike Elward. Fearbend over 3 innings, allowing the 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 3. 1-1 to Wood is fouled back this way. Hits off the top of the press box and back out of the stand for a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes on Wood. Wood now striking in his last 22 at-bats. And when he puts the ball into play, he's hitting almost 500. Count of 1-2. Fearbend back to the plate. The pitch is popped up this way, and it'll get on top of the roof, which stays alive. Brandon is quite aware, fans, of his problems with the strikeout. He's going to go get a new bat now. How could anybody strike out this many times and not realize that it's happening? And Brandon does seem to be disappointed about the amount of strikeouts, but he also understands that he's up there. He's a power hitter. You don't send a power hitter up there to just stroke little bleeding singles and try to be a contact hitter. So while certainly Brandon is one to want to cut his strikeouts down, he doesn't want to change his approach at the plate. Maybe, and it would help to be a little bit more selective at the plate. And as Brandon goes through this season, he's going to get more selective. It's just a matter of being here. The 1-2, and it's low and inside on a breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wood, as the Traps will try to break a scoreless tie on the top of the 4th. Fearbend kicks and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Strikes him out for the second time. A changeup had him a little bit in front. 4 strikeouts for Fearbend, and now he has set down the last 5 Traveler batters in order ever since Jason Espito's double in the second inning. Here's Brown, who singled to begin the second inning. It was the first base hit of the game. He would make it to third, but no further. Pitch on the way from Ryan Fearbend. And it's a curveball. It is low, ball 1. Checking the score in Corpus Christi, Springfield and the Hooks, 0-0, third inning. That's the only other game in the league today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Brown swings, hits a high fly ball into deep left center field, but that one not deep enough. Harris over to the gap, waiting, and makes the catch. Ball is not carrying today here at Wolf Municipal Stadium. The ball never carries here. The idea of a ball carrying at Wolf Stadium is somebody walking the ball to the outfield fence. 2 outs, Mike Elward standing in. Elward popped out to the catcher in the second inning. 10 for his last 20, and the average has now dropped a little under 400. Pitch on the way from Fearbend. Strike 1 on a breaking pitch, 0-1. Well, Fearbend having his finest outing so far, 3 2/3 innings, only 2 hits. The pitch to Elwood is a high fastball, 1-1. Fearbend's gone no further than 5 in the third innings this season, but he's also not been knocked out of a game until the 5th. 1-1 to Elwood, fouled back, got a good pitch to swing at. Looks like Fearbend changes speeds with his fastball. He's throwing a few of them up at 89. That one came at 86 on the AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet radar gun reading. And now the 1-2 count. Fearbend will try to set down his 6th in a row. Actually, it'd be his 7th. Pitch on the way, and Elward got under it and popped it up on the infield. The left side, Navarro in from shortstop with his arms out, reaches up, the ball popped out, and he caught it just before it got to the ground. A little bit of luck for Ozzy Navarro. You couldn't even call it the ice cream catch because he dropped his ice cream. That'll take us into the bottom of the 4th. Travs 3 up, 3 down, still a 0-0 score on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at ascu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
KDXE North Little Rock.
Back to action, bottom of the fourth inning here at Wolf Municipal Stadium on a beautiful Wednesday night with dusk just about to start settling in here to the Alamo City. I'm Phil Elson, and we thank you for tuning in to Travs Baseball. Don't forget that the Travs are back in town Thursday, May 4th through Wednesday, May the 10th. It'll be 7 games at home. Dial us up at 664-1555 for ticket information, or just go online to Travs.com. Next Family Sunday, Sunday, May 7th. Just bring in your church bulletin to the ballpark, and you'll get the entire family in for just $6 total. Not $6 a piece, $6 total. AARP Day, get in for free with a valid AARP membership card on any Sunday home game as well. That's Sunday, May 7th. Kids will run the bases after the game. First pitch, 2 o'clock. Jason Bourgeois to begin the fourth inning for the Missions. Right-hand batter, and Jesse Smith pumps the pitch right at the knees for strike 1. So far, Smith has given the Travs exactly what they have needed as a starting pitcher today. 3 innings, not much doing for the Missions offense as Bourgeois shows bunt and takes a slider away, 1-1. Smith has registered 3 strikeouts. He got Bourgeois to foul out in the first inning. Corner come up a little bit from the first base side, and the 1-1 pitch is a high fastball, and it's 2-1. Bourgeois, 2 for his last 12. The 2-1 pitch from Smith is fouled over the first base seat. A well-hit line drive, but Bourgeois is way too late on it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to begin the inning. Navarro and Clement next up against Smith. Jesse allowed only 1 base run over the first 3 innings, but faced a minimum as Gary Harris singled but was caught stealing. Here's a 2-2 from the right-hander, and it is hit hard towards center field. A line drive. Bacon is there, however, after drifting 2 steps back, and Bacon makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Ozzie Navarro. Checking the Major League scoreboard on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scores in progress at Houston. The Astros are the best record in the National League at 14-6. They have a 2-0 lead over the Dodgers in the bottom of the 3rd. Philadelphia ahead of Colorado in the bottom of the 5th inning, 7-4. David Bell hit his 3rd home run for the Phillies. Corey Sullivan, former driller, hit his first for the Rocks. Pitch to Navarro, fastball, strike called at the knees. 0-1. Navarro was called out on strikes in the first inning. The right-handed batter hitting just a little under 300. Smith comes home. The 0-1 is low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleveland leading Boston 5-1. Bottom of the 6th. At Jacobs Field, Johnny Peralta, 3rd home run of the year for the 10-10 Indians. 1-1, bunted towards the mound. Easy play for Smith. He won't rush it. He'll throw and get the out on Navarro. 1-3 on the bunt, and Navarro made that play rather easy for Jesse Smith. Jesse did not have to go to the first base side or towards third. All he had to do was just come straight towards the plate, and that makes a bunt play much easier to handle. 2 outs for Jeff Clement. I mentioned Clement is the top prospect on this Missions ball club. Mariners expecting him to be an everyday catcher in the majors at some point over the next 2 years. Here's a pitch to Clement. He takes it low, and it is 1 ball and no strike. So Clement struck out on 3 pitches in the first. Smith finished him off with a curveball. The 3rd overall selection in the 2005 draft just last year. He did get in 34 games at two different levels of the Mariners organization. It's 6 homers in 34 games. Pitch on the way, line the other way to left, but Peel is going back, reaching up and making the catch for the final out of the 4th inning. So Jesse Smith has allowed only 1 base runner over 4 innings, and so far it's the strongest start of the season by any draft. That'll take us into the 5th. Still 0-0 in San Antonio on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use direct. AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
4 innings in the books, and the books don't have much marking in them for right now. We've got only 3 hits between these teams, with the Travs collecting 2, and the Missions getting the other. Here in the top of the 5th inning, Arkansas begins with number 6 batter Bobby Wilson, but Ryan Feierabend, the San Antonio starter, has really started to get into cruise control, setting down the last 7 Travelers in order. Last man to reach was Speedo, who's on deck right now. The 2nd inning double. Pitch on the way to Wilson. He reaches out and fouled it off the catcher, strike 1. Bobby Wilson sent a fly ball to right field in the 2nd inning that was caught by Wladimir Balentien. Wind up in the left-handers 0-1 to Wilson, and is inside. A check swing and a foul ball, apparently, making the count 0-2. Kind of an odd-looking check swing there by Wilson as Feierabend spun a breaking ball that came right inside on him. And keeping the bat out even a little bit, forced it towards the ball. 0-2 on the way. Wilson slided high to right field. Can of corn for Balentien. Drifts to the foul line about 5 feet. Reaches up and makes the catch, and that's 8 in a row set down by Ryan Feierabend. Both times Wilson's come to the plate. He's flied to right field, and his hitting streak at 5 games, he may only have a couple chances left. Continuing the scores in the American League, Toronto over Baltimore 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jeff Conine, 3rd home run of the year. Here's Speedo, who doubled in the 2nd inning down the left field corner. Pitch on the way, and Speedo swings and pulls it slowly to second baseman Bourgeois. Up with it, over to first, 2 outs. 10 in a row set down. 9 in a row set down by Feierabend. Royals have won 2 straight. They're trying for their 3rd in a row. They are tied with Minnesota in the 5th inning, 1-1. Later tonight, the White Sox and Seattle, with former Angel Jared Washburn taking on Mark Beerley. All the other scores are finals. We'll get to those in just a while. To the plate now is David Gates. 2 outs, base is empty, and Feierabend's only thrown 4 pitches in the inning. First delivery here is on the inside corner to Gates, strike 1. Gates was sawed off in the 2nd and rolled out weakly of the first baseman, leaving 2 aboard, and this pitch is grounded to third base. Guzmán plays it off to the side. He'll whip it across the diamond, and now that is 10 in a row set down by Ryan Feierabend, his 3rd consecutive perfect inning. This will take us into the bottom of the 5th, cruising right along. 0-0 score on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. No, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lip-hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the catfish?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back at the ballpark after 4.5 innings of play. We don't have much going on. Still just 3 hits between these teams, and both pitchers working on a string of men retired in order. Jesse Smith has set down 5 in a row, and out of the 12 batters he's faced, he's allowed just 1 to reach. Ryan Feierabend has set down 10 consecutive traveler batters. Something's got to give sooner or later. We'll see who it is. Wladimir Balentien leads off the 5th for San Antonio. He led off the 2nd and was called out on strikes. Righty versus righty. Jesse winds up and delivers high and inside for a ball. Interesting, Jesse, the other day when the Travs took their team photo at the new ballpark site in North Little Rock, it was in that giant hole, which is nothing more than a construction site now. The 1-0 to Balentien is rolled along the third base line, and it bounces foul. And now it is 1 ball and 1 strike. A lot of the guys on the team thought it was pretty neat to see that construction site and see where the ballpark's going to be next year. But I'm not sure if any of them fully understood how to operate around that construction site, with the exception of Jesse Smith. He knows his way around construction sites. Here's a 1-1. Reached for and missed by Balentien. Good-looking slider from Jesse Smith. Strike 2. Smith spent quite a bit of time working construction, including fire and water damage. That happened before he was drafted by the Angels. Here's a 1-2 to Balentien, and the fastball is just a little bit outside. 2-2. This past offseason, Smith continued his work in the construction field, more in the home improvement with fire and water damage. He's also worked for an electrical company. 2-2 pitch, grounded off Smith's right leg. He can't find the ball. It ricochets in front of him. He'll underhand to first base, and it's not going to be in time. Ouch, Jesse Smith has wore that on the right shin. It's going to be an infield single for Balentien. And I'll tell you what, I could hear the ball hit his leg up here in the press box. Jesse's walking back to the mound, and he's not limping, but it's going to bring a visit by trainer Aaron Wells and manager Tyrone Boykin. They will jog out there and see if Smith is able to continue. Tell you what, I mean, talking about Smith being a former construction worker, that means he's got to be a tough guy. So wearing a hard line drive on the shin, notwithstanding, it's going to hurt, but I think Jesse Smith probably has a fairly high tolerance for pain. And he looks just fine after a warm-up pitch. Boy, it has been rough going for some traveler pitchers recently. Yesterday, it was Michel Simard who had a comebacker hit right back to him, bounced off his glove and ricocheted to the third baseman, and Matt Brown completed the out for a 1-5-3 assist. I believe this is the second time that Smith has had a comebacker right at him today. Gary Harris lined one right over his head on just the second pitch in the third inning. So a leadoff single for Balentien. This will bring up Bryan LaHair. Man on first, nobody out. And the Mission's trying to get in front of the Travs. 0-0, bottom of the fifth. Here's LaHair, who grounded out to third base in the second inning. Left-hand batter, hitting .323 to start this game. Pitch on the way. And it's an off-speed delivery called strike one. Wilson fires to first, but late on Balentien. Bryan LaHair, a 39th round pick from St. Petersburg College in Florida. A bunch of former Travs will come from there. The 0-1 is fouled over the third base heat, strike two. St. Petersburg Community College is also where Michel Simard pitched. Bobby Wilson caught there. So St. Pete's Community College is somewhat of a baseball hotbed as far as the Texas League is concerned. It'll be an 0-2 to LaHair. Here's the pitch. Reach for it, tapped along the third base line, but bounces foul. Still 0-2. LaHair, .310 average with 22 homers last year at Inland Empire. Inland Empire is in San Bernardino. If you're interested in breathing, I do not advise going to San Bernardino. The air there has quite a bit of soot in it. They still play baseball there. Ball doesn't carry. About as smog-filled as a city as you'll ever find. Smith steps off the rubber, looks Balentien back to first base. But as far as pitchers are concerned, the Ranch, which is what that ballpark used to be called, is a great pitcher's park. Just like this one here in San Antonio. It's an 0-2 pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss. He gets LaHair on a curveball. Strikeout number 4 for Jesse Smith, and this will bring Nelson to the plate with one out. And I could remember in the California League, as you go to San Bernardino, you can drive up Mount Arrowhead, up to Lake Arrowhead in the Arrowhead Mountains, look straight down into the city of San Bernardino, and you cannot even see the ground. All the soot and smog in the sky. It looks like you're living in a nasty cloud city. Nelson, the batter, about to step out of the box. Smith comes home with a fastball at the knees, and it is called strike one. So Nelson thought that Smith was taking too much time, but Nelson, all he did was step out of the box. He never asked for timeout. If you don't ask for it, it can't be granted. Bottom 5, 0-0 our score. Each team with 2 hits. The Missions haven't had a man past second base. There's a fire to first base, not in time. Wladimir Balentien is back. Nelson, who swings for the fences almost all the time, grounded out in the second, 4-3. Decent lead by Balentien. Smith to the plate with the 0-1, and the slider is on the outside corner, called strike 2. But at the start of this game, I'd mentioned how the Travs do not have many relief pitchers available for today. Relief corps has been used so heavily over the past 4 games that really don't have anyone who can go more than 1 inning. An 0-2 to Nelson, swung on, grounded to the left side, and Wood couldn't stop it. It's off his glove into left field. Stopping at second is Balentien, and Nelson over to first. And that will be a base hit for Nelson. Rightfully so. Wood didn't dive for it, and he thought he had a chance to make the play without having to leave his feet. But as he reached out, it just snuck under his glove. So a couple of singles here in the 5th inning. Only one of them making out of the infield. Kind of odd. The hardest hit ball of this inning didn't get out of the infield. It ricocheted off the pitcher. And the ball that Nelson hit wasn't hit too hard. Just snuck it underneath the shortstop's glove in the hole. Standing in now is Gary Harris. That's singled in the 3rd inning. Left-hand batter. First pitch on the way, and it is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Harris, who is hitting .255 at the start of the game today, has only driven in 2 runs in 13 games. Smith gives a glance at Balentien at second. Wood backs off. The pitch is down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield looking for the double play ball. We haven't even needed a double play today. The outfield is actually a little bit shallower. High fly balls today have not carried at all. Line drives and grounders the way to get your hits tonight. It's a 1-1 to Harris, and he swings and misses at a changeup under the bat. It was under his knees, too. Not a good pitch to attack. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Smith to Harris. Smith has struck out 4 and has had 4 ground ball outs. It's a 1-2 pitch to Gary Harris. He reaches out and flies it foul away from the left field line, over the seats and over to the berm. Still 1-2. Lights are on, taking their full effect. Daylight sky turns into dusk. Nightfall settling into San Antonio. Balentien a lead away from second base. Wood right behind him. Off of first is Nelson with Elwood behind him. The 1-2 pitch from Smith is flared over shortstop, shallow left. Charging Peel, takes the basket catch, winds up, fires to second, and is unable to retire Balentien. Balentien hustled back into the second base area just before the throw. So a nice hustling catch by Peel for the second out. No run would have scored on that play as Balentien went only halfway. Jesús Guzmán standing in. 0-0 is our score. The Missions get their first man to second base here in the 5th inning. Guzmán is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Brown back in the 3rd. First and second, 2 outs, and Smith from the stretch. The Lincoln, Nebraska native delivers a fastball at the knees, called strike 1. Smith's longest start this year, 6 innings. It was his opening start of the season at Wichita. Got a no decision. He's working into the 5th with 2 away now. The 0-1 is a curveball low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith toes the rubber. Guzmán stands at the plate with a 1-1 count. Runners out to short leads on the bases, first and second. Smith kicks, delivers a pitch, and it's fouled straight back by Guzmán. Strike 2. Smith seems to have a little extra oomph on the fastball today, not necessarily with the velocity of the pitch, but more or less with the movement, and that it seems that Jesse is putting the ball where he wants to. So it looks like today we're seeing the best of Jesse Smith. It'll be a 1-2, the pitch. Strike 3 calls. Got him with a changeup on the low inside corner. Smith strikes out his 5th for the final out of the 5th inning, and the Mission strand 2. No runs, 2 hits. And after 5 innings, the Travs and San Antonio, 0-0 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Hey, Gary Eubanks and Associates, you've heard us talk about what we bring to the table. You ask what that means to you. Well, these verdicts and settlements are real results we've achieved for our clients, as large as $19 million for one case. While facts differ and results vary on each case, you should put this experience on your side. Insurance companies notice, and that creates settlement. And remember, at Gary Eubanks and Associates, we'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cash back, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at ascu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Baseball and Nation Gas is in Elk Honor. Community spinal teachers, police officers, firefighters, healthcare workers, and tested by higher standards by showing dedication to the community. We have someone who would like to nominate Bank of America Neighborhood Champion. Bank of America Neighborhood Champion winners receive tickets to future games.
Back to San Antonio in the top of the sixth inning. The Arkansas Travelers still with a 0-0 score against the San Antonio Mission. This is Phil Elson on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night. Game 2 of the series with first pitch at 7:05 and the ITC Tech pregame show at 6:45. Daniel Davidson taking the hill against Travis Blackley. A couple of left-handers with the same agenda on the mound, which is to throw a lot of strikes, change a lot of speed. Devin Day leads off for the Travs here in the top of the sixth inning and takes a slider from Ryan Feierabend low. And it is 1 ball and no strikes on Day. The 9-hitter who struck out in his first double-A at-bat. A 1-0 to Day is low, ball 2, 2-0. And I have to apologize for the delay on calling balls and strikes here. Our plate umpire, Willem J. Lepetemain, is working really slowly. The 2-0 to Day, swing and a miss. And it's a 2-1 count. Well, I'll give Mr. Lepetemain the benefit of the doubt. He's actually doing a nice job behind the plate today. It's too bad that, we do mention that there are replacement umpires every game. I think it's worth noting now. 2-1 today is low, ball 3. There's a hearing today between the two sides, including a mediator between the American Association of Minor League Umpires and Minor League Baseball, the governing body, as Dave fouls a pitch out of play, and it's 3-2 count now. Rumors have said that the sides are so far apart that even 2 sessions of negotiating over the next couple of days really won't bring the sides together. 3-2 today. Swing and a tip held on by the catcher, strike 3. And that is strikeout number 5 for Ryan Feierabend. He's now set down 11 in a row. Feierabend came into this game with 10 strikeouts and 15 in the third, and he has whiffed 5 so far in 5 1/3 innings. Here comes Dwayne Bacon. Bacon, a strikeout of the first and a fly to center in the third. Bases are empty and the corners will play in. It's on the way from Feierabend. Showing bunt, Bacon takes low and inside, 1-0. Hopefully the situation will be resolved sooner rather than later for the minor league umpires to return. Here's a 1-0 to Bacon. Showed bunt, went after it, tipped it foul, strike 1. The general consensus around the Texas League has been that the level of umpiring has been below the level of regular Texas League umpiring. I think some of the guys have done a decent job, but it's not the same guys on the field day after day. There's no continuity. They don't really know how to work as a team as far as umpires. Crews travel all season long together. Pitch here to Bacon inside corner, called a strike 1 and 2. Having a real tough time figuring out what our umpire is doing here. The 1-2 pitch is on the way, and Bacon chops towards third base. Guzmán charges, tries the backhand, couldn't make the play. It's under his glove, rolls to the bullpen. Bacon has second all to himself, and the only question is whether the scorer calls it a hit or an error. It will be an error on the third baseman, Guzmán. It was a pretty tough play for him, but I think the error is justified. He did not try to play in front of the ball. He played it off to the side, and with his body not behind it, he was unable to stop the ball. But the Missions is disagreeing with the call that it's a fair ball. Darren Brown, San Antonio manager, comes out of the dugout, speaks to the plate umpire. Apparently the explanation has been given, and Brown goes back into the dugout, and they'll keep Bacon at second base. So a 2-base error by the third baseman, Jesús Guzmán, has opened the door for the Travs in the top of the 6th inning. Aaron Peel is a batter with one away. Bacon at second. Let's see if he attempts for third. Bacon has attempted 6 steals, caught 2 times. Peel, a walk and a fly ball today, is 0 for 1. Here's a first pitch. And a slider fell to the knees. Strike 1 called. Well, the last time the Travs had a man on base was in the 2nd inning. Here we are in the 6th. And it took an error by the third baseman Guzmán to get Bacon on. 0-1 count, the pitch on the way. And Peel pops it up behind the plate, over to the first base side in the dugout, and over the dugout, way out of play, into the second level of seats after a big bounce on the concourse. No balls, 2 strikes on Aaron Peel. A long look at second for the pitcher Feierabend. He was not on the mound when he was looking. Time now called from behind the plate. He's got a ball that got loose out of the right field stand. Wladimir Balentien walks it back over to the crowd, hands it over to him. And now Feierabend will climb back on top of the pitcher's mound. Feierabend leading in the count 0-2. 1 out. Runner at second is Bacon. Should score in a hit. Feierabend steps off again and gives a glance to second. Looks like we're about to have some action in the San Antonio pen. A left-hander gotten up. Here's the 0-2 to Peel. Fastball inside. A close call there. Ball 1. Adam Pettyjohn is getting loose in the bullpen. And he is the only left-hander in the starting rotation, in the bullpen for San Antonio. Time called by the pitcher. Feierabend asks for the catcher, Rookie, to come out to the mound for a quick chat. Feierabend now sends Rookie back behind the dish. And Peel standing at the plate patiently. Aaron steps back in, trailing in the count 1-2. Let's see what Feierabend goes to. The stretch, the 1-2 pitch is an off-speed changeup. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That changeup has been effective today. 6 strikeouts for Feierabend, 2 here in inning number 6. Well, Brandon Wood will now come to the plate. Wood 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Brandon struck out in the 1st and the 4th. Feierabend comes home, and Wood takes the changeup low. And back to the mound goes Rusty. They're really having some trouble communicating. Only 2 base hits for the Travs today. They both came in the 2nd inning. Matt Brown had a leadoff single. Jason Espino a 2-out double. And then Feierabend sits down 11 in a row until Bacon reached on the error. Brooksy back behind the dish, and Feierabend looking over the right shoulder for the sign. Still action in his bullpen. Big lead by Bacon. The 1-0 is slide high to right field, hit pretty well by Wood. Balentien back to the wall, looking up, and it is gone. A 2-run homer for Brandon Wood. The first time he puts the ball in play today, and he hits his 6th home run of the season. He's going to stop at second base, and the base umpire thought it was a double, but now the other umpires tell him, hey, that went over the fence, and Wood can't complete his home run trot. Well, the Travs bullpen was ready to storm onto the field and chase the first base umpire, Howard Johnson. But they made the right call, and so that error comes back to haunt the Missions. Both these runs are unearned, but Wood has now homered in consecutive games. 2-0 Travs. Matt Brown standing in. The base is now empty. 2 outs, and he swings and tips the first pitch into the catcher's mitt. Strike 1. So Feierabend had been looking strong. He set down 12 of 13 hitters before Brandon Wood goes deep. Pitch to Brown, slide high to right field, but shallow, and Balentien is underneath it already to make the catch and retire the side of the 6th inning. But Brandon Wood's 2-run homer gives the Travs the lead in the 6th inning. 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left. Bottom of the 6th coming up, and it's the Travs 2, and the Mission's nothing on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northwest Illinois.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Travelers, the first team to get on the scoreboard today. A 2-run homer by Brandon Wood gives Jesse Smith a 6th inning advantage, 2-0. Wood with his 6th home run of the season, and the Arkansas Travelers now with 21 home runs, which ties in with Tulsa for the fourth most in the Texas League. San Antonio, team that has hit the least amount of home runs in the league with 13. They are not a team that is built to come from behind. Jesse Smith, meanwhile, has looked sharper than any other Traveler starter at any point this year. Over 5 innings, he has allowed only 3 hits, no walks, struck out 5, and he still has plenty of time left to go. He's only thrown 69 pitches over 5 innings. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Justin Rooksey leads off, and Jesse Smith is back to work with a fastball right down the middle. Strike 1 called. Rooksey, Bourgeois, and Navarro in the 6th for the Mission. An 0-1 from Smith. Curve in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rooksey fly to center in the 3rd inning. Right-handed batting backup catcher. We do have 3 catchers on the roster for the Mission. Travs carrying only 2 backstops. 1-1 pitch is fouled off. Another hard fastball from Jesse Smith, and a little too hard for Rooksey to be able to turn on. And the count is 1-2. Smith nods in agreement with his catcher Wilson, who sets up on the inside corner. The 1-2 to Rooksey jammed him, and he fouled it into the third base dugout. A little bleeder. Well, it's nice to see a pitcher hitting his spot. What Traveler pitchers had been hitting recently are batters. In fact, they had hit 12 batters over the homestand in 10 games. Here's a 1-2, and it is low, ball 2. Close pitch there by Jesse Smith. The weakness on the team right now has been pitching. Today, it's a strength. Jesse Smith looks great. The 2-2 pitch to Rooksey is low once again, a little further under the knees that time, ball 3. Give you an idea of how strong Jesse Smith has been today. This is the first 3-ball count since the 2nd inning. Here we are in the 6th. It's a 3-2 pitch, and it's a check swing past him out of the right side, but Smith recovers it halfway to first base and gets the flip over to Elworth for out number 1. I don't think Rooksey meant to hit the ball there. He checked the swing on a high fastball, and luckily for Smith, the ball found the bat. 1 out, and to the top of the order was Jason Bourgeois. Springfield has taken the lead at Corpus Christi, 1-0 Cardinals. Bottom of the third inning. That our attendance announced. 3,752. Pitch on the way. And Bourgeois shows bunt, brings it back, takes strike one. Mickey Holt, thank you very much for the attendance number. You're a good man. No balls, 1 strike on Smith. Corners up a little bit. The pitch on the way. Bourgeois took it off the outside corner, 1-1. Continuing to warm up in the San Antonio bullpen is Adam Pettyjohn, and so that means that Feierabend will be finished after 6 innings. A 1-1 pitch to Bourgeois. Slide high and deep to right field, sending Espedo streaking back to the warning track. He cannot make the catch as it hits the wall. He falls down. Bourgeois got himself a triple easy. Now the ball comes into the infield, and it's a standing triple for Jason Bourgeois. Well, Bourgeois got that ball into the wind a little bit, as I believe Brendan Wood did as well in the home run. The ball just kept carrying out towards right field, and Espedo, who was playing somewhat shallow, had to continue to streak further back for it, further back. And as he reached out, he stumbled and fell down. That gave him up any chance to get Bourgeois second base, and he had the triple easily. The infield will come about even with the baseline. The batter will be Oswaldo Navarro, by the way, for Bourgeois, first triple of the year, third extra base hit. Navarro has been called out on strikes and bunted for an out. He's 0 for 2. Here's Smith from the stretch. First pitch on the way, and Navarro takes a fastball, and it's a called strike. 0-1. No one warming up in the Traveler pen, as the idea is to let Smith take this for as long as he can possibly go. If he had given up 6 runs in an inning today, he'd probably still be pitching. But Jesse has done himself a great job. 0-1 pitch, high bouncing ball to short, runner holds. Wood up with it, fires to first from the infield grass for out number 2. Kind of surprised that Bourgeois did not run as that ball was beaten into the ground. It was a very high chopper. It only took 1 bounce, but with Bourgeois possessing pretty good speed, he would have had a chance to come home. But he played it safely, and this will bring Clement to the plate. With 2 outs, and the Travs still leading 2-0. The Traveler infield can relax a little. Clement has struck out and lined to left today. He's 0 for 2. Righty versus lefty, and Smith from the stretch. He kicks and delivers, and Clement takes it low. There's a throw to third by Wilson. He almost threw it away, threw it behind the runner, but Brown reached behind the runner to save that ball from going down the left field line. Great catch by Brown. I'm not even sure if he saw the ball. The count is 0-1 on Clement. And I'll tell you, Wilson, an aggressive catcher, almost got a little too aggressive there. But Brown somehow reaches behind the runner and catches it. Look what he found. 0-1 the count to Clement. Smith will check third before delivering. Here it is. It is low. Nice block by Wilson. 1 ball, 1 strike. First man to get to third base today for the Missions is Jason Bourgeois. A 1-out triple here in the 6th inning, but then Smith gets that all-important second out. Looking to get us into the 7th inning. The 1-1 pitch is low, and it's 2-1. Clement has driven in 5 runs in 9 games this year. Remember, he did miss 11 games with a sore elbow. A 2-1 pitch, and Clement swings and hits a fly ball foul over the third base seat. A herd of Mission fans chase after it. And now Smith is a strike away from pitching his 6th shutout inning of the night. Jesse with a look over the left shoulder. Wilson wants it on the inside corner. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Wilson picks it up, steps outside the line, throws to first, and completes the strikeout. He got him with a breaking ball in the dirt for the 2nd time today. 6 strikeouts for Smith in 6 shutout innings. No runs for the Missions. 1 hit, 1 left. Heading into the 7th, Travs 2, San Antonio 0. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
If If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advanced Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for ASE-certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for in-depth information from our free do-it-yourself brochures. Get ready for Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store video network that will have you going from no way to knowing how in no time. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advanced Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Okay, here you go. The perfect house. So, you ready to put in a bid? A what? It's a pretty tight market, and I'd really hate to see you lose out.
It's the first house you've shown us.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Not working with the Century 21 agents. Century 21 agents pledge to keep showing you properties until you're satisfied. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 Service Pledge to help reduce the stress of buying real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 Pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Ken Kincaid. It's Sean Arnell with Conference Call. Join us Monday through Friday right here on ESPN 1380 in Little Rock. All SEC, all the time. Join Ken Kincaid and me for all the SEC action. If it's SEC, it's on Conference Call. It's Conference Call Monday through Friday from 5 to 8 right here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at San Antonio, the Arkansas Travelers leading 2-0 over the San Antonio Missions. San Antonio's made a pitching change. They've relieved Ryan Feierabend, who tossed 6 pretty strong innings, but he'll get at the best a no decision. Right now on the hook for the loss. Allowed only 3 base hits in 6 innings and both runs unearned. Feierabend walked only 1. He struck out 6. Best start of the season for Feierabend, but the best again he can get is a no decision. The new pitcher is Adam Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn, coming from Visalia, California, standing 6'3", 190 pounds, 28-year-old. First pitch to Mike Elward here in the 7th is a called strike. Give you the numbers on Pettyjohn in just a second. The pitch on the way, and Elward popped it off back this way. It'll get over the net and into the seats for strike 2. Pettyjohn makes his 6th appearance. No wins, 1 loss. He's allowed only 1 run. It was on a solo homer. 6 hits, 1 walk, and 4 innings over 4 strikeouts over 10 innings. Elward is 0 for 2. He's popped up twice. The pitch on the way, and he takes it inside, ball 1. Gets you through the totals after the at-bat for Mike Elward. Pettyjohn's 1-2 pitch is low, 2-2. Bobby Wilson and Jason Espino are going to follow. The 2 runs coming on a homer by Brandon Wood. The only 2 runs of this game. Off the bat of Brandon Wood. 2-2 pitch, line drive right to the shortstop, and Navarro had to back up a little bit and make the catch. Ball almost took his head off. One of the better hit balls today, but Elwood with nothing to show for it. 1 out. Here are the totals as of now. For the visiting Travs, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Travelers totals, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 3 men left. Starters are the pitchers of record, Jesse Smith and Ryan Feierabend. Bobby Wilson chops the first pitch to the shortstop side, but picked up by the third baseman Guzmán on the cut of the grass. Flips across the diamond, and Wilson is 0 for 3, and his 5-game hit streak will be on the line when he comes to the plate, maybe in the 9th inning. Now it'll be Jason Espino standing in, as Pettyjohn has retired 2 batters very quickly. Espino doubled in the 2nd and grounded out of the 5th. 1 for 2, and he takes a breaking ball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pettyjohn's 1-0 is swung on and popped up. Third base side, foul ground, close to the dugout. Guzmán is almost underneath it, but he ran out of room, and actually he put on the brakes just before he got to the third base dugout. He takes 1 more step, he catches it, but he held back, sort of carefully crept up to the dugout, and the ball landed right between him and the fence. I tell you what, if that was Mike Elward, not only would he have made the catch, but he would have flipped over the fence into the dugout. But he would have held onto the ball. Here's the 1-1 to Espedo. It is up high, 2 balls, 1 strike on Jason. Pettyjohn's been around, 28 years old. He does have 16 games of Major League experience under his belt. Pitch to Espedo, popped up again, another chance for Guzmán. Over towards the fence with the catcher Rookie taking charge. Rookie drops it up against the back screen. We'll wonder if they'll charge an error on that one. It's kind of a tough play with your belly up against the screen. There will be no error charged on that play. The count will be 2-2. The Espedo does breathe a little bit more life now. Pettyjohn pitched in a brand new independent league last year. It's the Golden State League in Long Beach, going 10-2. 2-2 pitch to Jason. Swing and a miss on a slider in the dirt. He strikes out, and Pettyjohn with a perfect 7th inning. So the Travs go down in order, taking us to the 7th inning stretch. Travs 2, Missions nothing on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back at San Antonio's Wolf Municipal Stadium, it's the Arkansas Travelers leading in the bottom of the 7th by a 2-0 score. Phil Elton at the ballpark on a beautiful night in San Antonio. Nightfall has settled in, and there are clear skies up ahead. 74 degrees as of now here in the Alamo City, and the Travelers riding the right arm at the moment of Jesse Smith. Smith, over 6 innings of baseball, has held San Antonio to only 4 base hits, 3 singles, 1 triple. He has struck out 6 batters, walked nobody. And in the 7th inning, he'll be facing Wladimir Balentien, Bryan LaHair, and John Nelson. First pitch of the inning to Balentien is a strike on the inside corner. Balentien is struck out and singled off the pitcher today. Smith quietly steps back, checks the position of his feet, now delivers the 0-1 a little inside. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. We have action in the Traveler bullpen for the first time today. Aaron Pullen is up and throwing. A 1-1 to Balentien. Curve low, ball 2, 2-1. Well, as I mentioned, this San Antonio ball club not built for the comeback. 2-1 pitch now, and it's chopped foul outside third base. Valentine's bat a little too quick. San Antonio, when trailing going into the 7th inning, has a record of 0-8. So they haven't come back once, at least for a win. They did come back yesterday to force a bottom of the 9th at Midland, but still suffered the loss. A 2-2 pitch coming from Smith, and it's reached for by Balentien. Popped out of play over the first base side. Settles way over the Arkansas bullpen and into a picnic tent. And it's still 2-2 from Smith to Balentien. Pitch on the way. Low and inside, backing Balentien off a little, and we got a full count. Jesse's up around 90 pitches now, so this will be his last inning. Here's a 3-2 to Balentien. Swung on, chopped to Wood at shortstop, charges it, gloves it low, flips off to the side, and records the out 6-3. Watching a play like that is what makes me think that Brandon Wood is a shortstop and not a third baseman. He is able to charge those balls from short very nicely, and what makes a shortstop is the ability to get rid of the ball quickly, throw it on the move. You don't always have to set your feet. And Wood gets rid of that ball quickly, and he gets rid of it on the move. And more importantly, it's also accurate when he throws it on the run. So one away, bringing up the number 5 hitter, Bryan LaHair. And LaHair is 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and struck out. The left-hander, and the first pitch from Smith. Under the knees, ball 1. Only 2 leadoff men have made it on base for the Missions today. The 1-0 to LaHair is outside, and it's ball 2. 2-0. Travs with a 2-0 lead. Arkansas looking for their third win in the last 11 games. Missions have lost 9 of 10. The 2-0 to LaHair, and he takes it. It's ball 3, low and outside. Smith hasn't been to a 3-0 count since the second batter of the game. So perhaps a sign that Jesse is tiring. Here's the 3-0 to LaHair. He takes it, and it is inside for ball 4. So Jesse offers his first walk of the game after 6 1/3 innings. Catch an update on the game from Corpus Christi. The Hooks leading Springfield by a 4-1 score in the bottom of the 5th. It's a battle of 2 first-place teams, with Springfield 2 games ahead of Tulsa in the north. Corpus Christi tied with Midland for first place in the south. Corpus got a home run from Jared Sandberg, and it was a grand slam off Rich Rundles in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Number 6 batter John Nelson represents the tying run. He's at the plate. Man at first, and a pitch from Smith. At the knees, a breaking ball, strike 1. Nelson today is grounded to second and singled into left. Creeping from first is LaHair. He does not run well, takes a short lead. Nelson is a fly ball hitter. Pitch on the way. The fastball is at the knees. Strike 2 called, and Smith ahead, 0-2. Smith hasn't needed a double play today. He's only had to deal with 5 base runners over 6 1/3 innings. The doctor might be ordering a twin killing right now. An 0-2 count. Smith to the plate to Nelson, and he chops towards the mound. Played by Smith. Wheels and throws to second. No one's there. Day does get there just in time for the out, but that may have cost him a chance of a double play. Devin Day was hanging behind second base. I think he was expecting that Brandon Wood would cover from shortstop, but Wood was charging the ball. It was a little chopper on the left side of the mound, so if Smith didn't play that ball, it would have had to have been Brandon Wood. Day, thankfully, was able to come in behind second base just in the nick of time before LaHair arrived. Now, he caught the ball before getting to the base, but he does get the out. That'll go 1-4 at second, and Nelson at first on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs. Gary Harris, the batter, left-hander. Pitch on the way from Jesse, and it's at the knees. A fastball called strike 1. Harris today, a single in the 3rd, then caught stealing by Bobby Wilson. And in the 5th inning, Harris flat out to left field with a couple of runners on base. Now he's got Nelson at first and 2 outs. The Travs ahead, 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Smith comes home with the 0-1, and it's bounced over the mound. Charging it is Day, just to the left of the base. He'll step on it himself, forcing Nelson out, and the inning is over. 7 shutout innings for Jesse Smith. No runs, no hits. 1 man left for the Missions. That'll take us into the 8th. The Travs 2 and San Antonio nothing on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant, also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride. Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
KDXE, North Little Rock.
7 innings in the books here at Wolf Municipal Stadium with the Arkansas Travelers leading San Antonio by a score of 2-0. You're tuned in to Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Little Rock's ESPN 1380 from San Antonio, Texas. This is Phil Elson. We've got David Gates leading off the 8th against Adam Pettyjohn. The Travelers scoring both their runs on a homer by Brandon Wood in the 6th inning. They are unearned runs thanks to a fielding error by the third baseman Jesús Guzmán, allowing Dwayne Bacon to reach. Gates to face Pettyjohn here in the 8th. Gates 0 for 2, the DH. First pitch of the inning is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 on Gator. Gator grounded out twice, once to each corner infielder. He'll be followed by Devin Day and Dwayne Bacon. Pettyjohn to the plate with the 0-1, and Gates backs off. It's inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Pettyjohn in his second inning of work. He's pitched a scoreless 7th. The 1-1 to Gates is low and in, and I think that clipped the plate umpire on his left shoe. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Mention about Pettyjohn, where he has been throughout his career. The 2-1 pitch. Gates swings and a high fly ball to left field. Back is Nelson, waiting. Coming in now, he makes the catch. Not a very well-hit fly ball as Gates got under it. Those fly balls to left field are just dying in the air. Pettyjohn, the second-round pick of the Tigers in 1998 from Fresno State. And got up to the Tigers in 2001, going 1-6 with a 5.82 ERA. Missed all of the 02 season with an injury. Devin Day, the batter, still looking for his first ball into play today. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Day has struck out swinging in the 3rd and the 6th innings in his AA debut. Base is empty, 1 out, top 8, 2-0 Arkansas. And 0-1 is reached for and rolled slowly to Bourgeois at second base. He'll pick it up easy. The flip to first will retire Devin Day 4-3. And there are 2 out. Here's Dwayne Bacon to the top of the order. Perhaps the biggest at-bat of this game. Dwayne Bacon's plate appearance in the 6th inning. The base is empty and 1 out. He hit a chopper hugging the third base line. Jesús Guzmán tried to backhand it and went underneath his glove and down the line for a fair ball. And here Bacon tries to butt his way on. It dives in the grass in front of the plate. Here's the catcher wheeling and firing, not in time. And Bacon beats out the bunt for an infield single. And that gives Aaron Peel a chance in the 8th inning with 2 outs. Bacon bunted that ball on the third base side of the plate. It went about a foot onto the grass outside the batter circle. A nice play by Rooksy as he wheeled around and threw accurately to first, but it was just a hair too late. We have action of the Traveler bullpen, and Aaron Pullen is getting ready. We'll see Pullen come on in the 8th, relieving Jesse Smith. Aaron Peel is in there, and he takes a breaking ball for strike 1 from Adam Pettyjohn. Peel today has walked and caught stealing, slide out to center, and struck out. The left-hander Pettyjohn gives a look at Bacon. Here's the pitch to Peel. It's low and in and blocked by Rooksy, holding the runner at first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bacon with 2 outs a decent lead. And Pettyjohn throws over to first base, and Dwayne is back in there. This is the time where it is okay to attempt that stolen base. Try to add to the lead. One run will help. It would be a dangerous attempt with the left-hander. And he'll throw over to first again, sending Bacon lunging back in. Bacon may have just taken the largest lead that he can against Pettyjohn, who's very keen on holding him on. The left-hander is ready. Gets a look at Bacon, and the pitch on the way to Peel. He swings and fits it foul over the bullpen in right field. Into the seats it goes, 1-2. Bacon not running with that pitch. He hasn't really even flinched. Dwayne does not have the green light, meaning he cannot steal anytime he wants. He has to be given the green light by Ty Boykin. And I'm not sure if he has it now. The 1-2, Bacon runs. It is low and through the catcher. Bacon to second base. He's trying for 3. Rookie recovers, throws to third. Bacon slides outside the tag, and he is safe. The throw beat him. It beat him by a good 3 feet. But he slid outside the tag of the third baseman Guzmán, and the third base umpire Hedley Lamar makes the right call. Call it a stolen base for Bacon and a wild pitch giving him third. And nice base running instinct by Bacon, going way outside the tag of Guzmán. I think Guzmán expected him to slide right into the base, but Dwayne kind of did almost like a donut, like a NASCAR racer winning a race, spinning around him. Pitch on the way to Peel, and he reaches out and taps it foul and keeps the count 2-2. So the pressure is put on Pettyjohn now. Peel has driven in 7 runs on the season, 2 in the last 5 games. Base hit will make it a 3-0 lead. Pettyjohn sets, and the 2-2 to Aaron Peel. Swung on, ground ball up the middle, but Bourgeois is there. Bourgeois to first base to complete the 8th inning. So the Travelers threaten but fail to score. No runs, 1 hit. They leave Bacon at third. That'll take us to the bottom of the 8th inning, and Aaron Pullen emerging from the bullpen on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Rocking into the bottom of the 8th inning here at Wolf Municipal Stadium with the Arkansas Travelers holding on to a 2-0 lead over the San Antonio Missions. And a new pitcher emerges for the Travs. It is the right-hander Aaron Pullen. It's called to the bullpen, brought to you by the new AT&T. Talk, surf, watch, go, and save. Do it all and get it all with services from the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Available online at att.com. So Pullen replaces Jesse Smith, who threw 7 scoreless innings. Best start of the year by any Traveler on a day when they needed a great start. Pullen to face Jesús Guzmán, and Aaron throws a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Guzmán did square around but took it. Aaron pitched 3 days ago and had a disastrous appearance. He opened the season with 9 very strong innings, allowing only 3 runs, but he gave up 2 runs without retiring a batter. In the loss on Sunday. Pitch here is inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So that raised Pullen's ERA to an even 4.00. 1 win, no losses. A Midland, Texas native with a 1-1 slider inside ball 2. Guzmán is 0 for 2. He's grounded at third base and called out on strikes. He's the 8-hitter. Justin Ruxty on deck, then Jason Bourgeois. Pulling from the stretch at all times. The 2-1 on the way, and it's highly hit towards right center field. Chasing it is Espedo at the warning track. He will reach out, and the ball is gone. It's hit off the billboards over the right field fence, I believe. The umpires have not said whether it is gone or a home run. They're going to have him stop at third base. Guzmán will stop there with a triple. And now Tyrone Boykin comes out of the dugout, and I think he's pointing out to the right center field wall, asking if the ball didn't maybe hit off the warning track and then bounce over the fence. Having a tough time being able to find where that ball landed. All the billboards out in right center field where the ball came to are white, and now the umpires point at Guzmán and tell him to go to second base. It's going to be a book rule double. So a book rule double for Guzmán instead of what he thought was a home run or a triple. So, I mean, the only other guess he could have had is a single. So guess number 3 is the correct guess. But a dangerous precedent here is Pullen allows a leadoff batter to reach base with a stand-up double, and now Brookty stands in, representing the tying run. Pullen will check second before throwing the pitch, and it is at the knees, a slider for strike 1. Check out the line on Jesse Smith. In 7 innings, he allowed only 4 hits. 1 walk, struck out 6, did not allow a run to score. Only 1 man made it to third against him. Pullen's 0-1 to Ruxty is in the dirt, and Wilson pounced on it. Runner holds, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruxty today has flied to center and grounded back to the mound. 5 RBIs on the season. Pullen trying to focus on the batter, knowing that he's got that 2-run lead to work with. Big hole at shortstop, the right-hand batter. The 1-1 pitch is popped up, but that's foul and getting out of play on the third base side. Wilson gives a cursory glance as it falls into the second level just under the home broadcast booth. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pullen has walked 5, struck out 4, and allowed 9 hits in 9 innings. It seems that the key for Aaron Pullen being successful as a pitcher is throwing his slider for strikes. The fastball is not heavy enough to get by on the fastball alone. Into the stretch. Now the 1-2 is fouled straight back. He went to the slider. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes from Pullen to Ruxty. Travs 2, Missions nothing. San Antonio actually out hitting the Travelers 5-4. They have left 4 men on base. And have failed to collect a base hit with a man in scoring position. It's a 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Got Ruxty with a slower breaking ball. And changing the speed on the slider equals the first out of the inning. There is a right-hander getting ready in the Traveler pen. It is Bill Edwards. And so Pullen's job is just to toss the game over to Edwards in the 9th inning, but he's got to get through the 8th first. Still a man at second, Guzmán. Jason Bourgeois, the batter. He's 1 for 3 with a triple. He's hit the ball hard twice. First pitch from Pullen is a fastball a little under the knees. It was right at the plate but low. Ball 1. Bourgeois today is fouled out, line to center, and the triple was hit to right field. It's a 1-0 count. Pullen a glance at second. Dave backs off to the cover's position. The 1-0 pitch is hit high in the air to shallow center. Coming in is Bacon. Still coming to right center now. He makes the catch. And that'll be out number 2. But Bacon had a lot of ground to cover, plus the wind, which is blowing across the outfield left to right, blew it closer to Jason Espedo. But Espedo thought Bacon had that covered all by himself, and he let Dwayne do the work. 2 outs here in the 8th inning, and Pullen recovering nicely after the leadoff 2-base hit. Here's Oswaldo Navarro, who entered the game hitting .298, but against Jesse Smith, he struck out, was unsuccessful trying to bunt his way on, and grounded out to shortstop. Runner at second, 2 outs. Pullen's pitch is a fastball. Strike one called on the inside corner, 0-1. Devin Day, the closest to the base runner, off of second. Day playing a good 5 feet off, backs up. The 0-1 pitch is chopped to ground at third. Backhand next to the base from the infield grass. He fires to Elward for out number 3. Stellar work by Aaron Pullen, pitching around a leadoff double. He allows no runs. The 1 hit, he strands a man at second. That'll send us into the ninth. It's the Travs 2 and San Antonio nothing on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
8 innings are in the books here in San Antonio, and the Arkansas Travelers have the lead 2-0 over the San Antonio Mission. Bill Elson alongside you. Back of the studios is Brad Hicks. We've had one of the better pitch games of the season by either team today. And the Travs so far getting the best of it. Travelers have not thrown a shutout this year. The lowest scoring game that they've kept the opponent to is, let's see here, 3 runs, and that was way back, April 7th and 8th in Springfield. But the Travs have one more chance to add to the lead here in the 9th inning facing Adam Pettyjohn. Brandon Wood leads off and takes the ball low, ball 1. It's Wood's 2-run homer. Back in the 6th inning, that's the difference. The next pitch here is inside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes from the Travs shortstop. Wood had struck out in his first 2 at-bats, but then hammered a 1-0 pitch over the right field fence in the 6th inning. The 2-0, he takes it down the pipe, strike 1. Pettyjohn in his 3rd inning of work. He allowed only 1 hit so far, a bunt single. No walks, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch. The 2-1 to Wood. He swings and lines it right to the shortstop, but Navarro overran it. He stops it in the grass, recovers, throws to first, and gets the out on Wood. And neither he nor first base coach Keith Johnson appreciate the call. But you got to give Navarro some credit after overrunning that line drive, because Wood actually put some English on it. It was hooking. Navarro somehow recovered it a few feet into the outfield and made a very long throw to first base. Now, I'm not sure if Wood knew that Navarro stopped the ball and that there was still time for him to get the out. He was thrown out by maybe a half step, maybe a little less. Let's call it a skosh. Matt Brown, the batter, he is 1 for 3, and he takes a fastball outside from Pettyjohn, and it's 1-0. Brown, a single in the 2nd, and since then he's fly to center and to right. Pettyjohn's 1-0 is lined fair over the second baseman's head into right center field. Cutting it off is the center fielder Harris, and it'll be the 2nd single of the game for Matt Brown. So that'll match the hit total with San Antonio. Each team now with 5 base hits. Mike Elward will come up, and he's still looking for his first hit. So Elward crushed the ball back in the 7th inning. He's lined out directly to the shortstop. He's 0 for 3, popping up twice. Only 1 out. Brown, the runner, at first, and the Travs have a 2-0 lead in the top of the 9th inning. Pettyjohn will deliver, and Elward takes a fastball at the letters, strike one. Elward started this day hitting at a cool, crisp 400 average. But it's dropped considerably after going 0 for 3. 0-1 pitch. And that one also right down the pipe. That's strike two. Pettyjohn's taking something off that pitch. Cross Elward up. No balls, 2 strikes on the first baseman Elward with Bobby Wilson on deck. Pettyjohn 2 glances at the base. The 0-2 is thrown into the dirt and away from the catcher. Over to second base goes Brown. He will hold, and that will be the second. That'll be a passed ball charged to Rutsey. No, I just thought I saw it hit the dirt, but hey, base to the base for our man. Brown's at second with only 1 out. And now Elward's got a duck on the pond. Team leading 19 RBIs for Elward. The 1-2 pitch to him. He swings and it's hit down the third base line, picked up by Guzmán. He'll look round back to second, throw across, and retire Elward 5-3. 2 gone, bringing up Bobby Wilson. This will be his last shot to stretch a hitting streak from 5 to 6 games. When the Missions come to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning, they start with Jeff Clement, the 3-hitter, followed by Wladimir Balentien and Bryan LaHair. So you go through right through the meat of the San Antonio order. Now, Bill Edwards is no longer throwing in the pen. We might see Pullen come back. Pitch to Wilson. He raises his arms above it. It's inside as well, ball 1. Bobby has flied out to right field twice and has rounded out to third base. They leave Brown alone at second. He takes a rather large lead, a good 8 steps. The 1-0 to Wilson. He swings and it's a high fly ball into center field, not well hit. Harris drifting in to make the catch. And the Travs are finished in the 9th inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 man left. 2 runs is going to have to do it for the Travelers. They'll go into the bottom of the 9th inning, leading San Antonio 2-0. And they'll try to close out the shutout after this on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Back on April 13th, 1932, the Arkansas Travelers opened their brand-new ballpark to thousands of breathless spectators. In Ray Winter Field, 74 years as home of the Travs, it's been a breeding ground for big league talent. We've seen young men develop from fledgling minor leaguer to World Series hero and experience the highs of 9 league championships. Almost 9 million fans have spun through its turnstile. It's where we introduced our kids to the great game of baseball. We've brought dates to the bleachers and sat through rain delays with friends. We've grown up and grown older at Ray Winter Field. This is our ballpark. The Travs' new home, Dickey Stevens Park, will be ready by April 2007, and the team's future is bright. But Ray Winter Field has been a part of the fabric of life in Arkansas for 3/4 of a century. During the Travs' 2006 season, it's our chance to say goodbye to an old friend. Call 664-1555 or go to Travs.com.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Time for the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Arkansas Travelers holding on to a 2-0 lead. They have held that lead ever since the 6th inning when Brandon Wood put them on top with his 6th home run of the year. Wood now with those 6 homers has tied Rico Washington for second most in the Texas League. So Wood's power really starting to come around, folks. You were wondering where it was over the first couple of weeks, but I'll tell you what, Brandon Wood in his first month at AA, really just first 3 weeks with 6 home runs. Meanwhile, the pitching has been a story today for the Travs. After a series against the Wichita Wranglers where the Travelers pitching just imploded, they have looked as strong as ever today. Jesse Smith, 7 scoreless innings, allowing only 4 base hits. And then Aaron Pullen came on in the 8th, gave up a leadoff double, but pitched around it, stranding Guzmán at second. Pullen returns for the 9th inning, and Bill Edwards will start the inning in the bullpen mound. And so if Pullen gets into any trouble, you'll see Edwards come on. Pullen going right through the 3, 4, and 5 spot in the Missions order. Jeff Clement, Wladimir Balentien, and Bryan LaHair. Between these 3 Missions batters, only 1 base hit, 1 walk. The hit was Valentine's infield single in the 5th inning. First, it's Clement, who is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Left-hand batter. Pullen's first pitch is a fastball, and it is outside ball 1. Pretty close pitch there by Aaron. Clement with 1 homer and 5 RBIs on the year. The pitch from Pullen low, and he's fallen behind 2-0. Pullen needing a strike on a 2-0 count. And here's the pitch to Clement. He takes it, and it is outside. Very close one there. Ball 3. Strike zone just got a little bit smaller. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch from Aaron is right down the pipe. That's strike 1. Can't really feed Clement that pitch again, but you do not want the leadoff walk. That immediately puts pressure on the Trav pen. Here's the 3-1 to Clement. He swings and pops it up. First base side foul grounds, but it's going to get over the dugout and into the seats. Mike Elwood sprinting all the way into the railing. Thought he had a chance at it, but it ends up he did not have a shot. So the count draws full. Pulling from the stretch. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and grounded foul outside first base. Right to the San Antonio first base coach, Henry Cotto, former All-Star with the Seattle Mariners. Count full. Edwards continues to warm in the pen. Pullen facing his 5th batter. Comes set. And another payoff to Clement is chopped to second base. Day is right there. He feels it, almost fumbled, but recovers. Flips to first base, and there's 1 away. Clement at 0 for 4 evening. And this will bring up Wladimir Balentien. Nice job by Pullen. He's come back from a 3-0 count against a dangerous hitter. He was shown something. So Pullen now setting up against Balentien. Pullen, no save so far. The Travelers have had 3 other pitchers with a save. Balentien, right-hander, takes the first pitch. It is a fastball. It's low, ball 1. Balentien called out on strikes. Infield single and a ground out to short. He is 1 for 3. Base is empty. 2-0 Travs in the 9th inning. The pitch, a check swing. It's a called strike with a fastball in the inside corner. And it is 1-1 on Balentien. Pullen holds the ball in the glove, comes set. The kick on the 1-1, a slider down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pullen saved a few games for the Travs last season. As I mentioned earlier, if he is throwing his slider for strikes, he will be effective in the Texas League. The 2-1 to Balentien, swing and a miss, a wild cut on a slider that dove at least a half a foot outside. And Balentien finished that swing holding the bat in his right hand. Right-handed batters usually finish the swing holding it in their left hand. Here's the 2-2, and Balentien takes it high and inside. A close one there. And Pullen runs his second full count of the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Anything but the walk. On deck is Bryan LaHair. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball. He walked him high and inside. Ball 4. That is only the second walk allowed by the Travelers staff today. Here comes LaHair, left-hand batter. Entered the game with a 7-game hit streak and has gone 0 for 2, though he did reach base on a 4-pitch walk in the 7th. He's also grounded out and struck out. If you're looking for the double play, there's a short lead from the runner at first, and the pitch to LaHair is a fastball over the outside corner called strike 1. Let's see here about LaHair. Double plays has grounded into 1 this season. It's an 0-1 pitch, and it's high, ball 1. Travs have turned a league best 30 double plays this season, but none today. Double play would end this game. 2-0 Travs, 1 out, bottom 9. The pitch to LaHair is up high, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. LaHair does have power. He will swing hard. He's homered 3 times this year. Over LaHair's career, 33 home runs. The 2-1 pitch. He swings and hits it hard, drills it to left center. Bacon with a long run. He couldn't get there. It goes all the way to the fence. Balentien to third base with a stop sign put up. Over to second is LaHair with a stand-up double. And the Missions have the tying run at second base with one out in the ninth inning. Pullen's fastball is coming up in the zone, and that is dangerous. And I believe that Tyrone Boykin is going to be making a pitching change. So Pullen allows the tying run to get on base. Bill Edwards has been warming up ever since the eighth inning. He's been throwing a warm-up pitch every once in a while, and now he's going to be put to the test. Edwards gets the call, and we'll take a 60-second break. It's a call to the bullpen brought to you by AT&T. Save a bundle on services from AT&T, high-speed internet, satellite television, voice services, and wireless. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Can Bill Edwards save the game for the Travs? We'll have the answer after this. 2-0 Arkansas. This will be a 60-second break on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and federal universal service cost recovery CX Plus. High-speed internet will credit applied after 3 months paid service and excludes FUSF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com for other details. Not available in all areas.
Call to the bullpen is complete, brought to you by AT&T. Your new AT&T, your world delivered. And the Travs looking for a little delivering from the bullpen. Bill Edwards has come out. He will try to save this game for the Arkansas Travelers. So Aaron Pullen goes 1 1/3 innings. He allows a couple of doubles. He walked one man, struck out one. He hasn't allowed a run yet, but is responsible for both the men on base. Pullen leaves the game after the double by Bryan LaHair, and the Missions put a pinch runner in for LaHair at second base. Sebastian Boucher is going to be the new runner at second for San Antonio. Edwards on in the ninth inning, second and third, and only one away. 2-0 Arkansas. The batter is John Nelson. He is a power hitter. 2 homers this year, 6 doubles, 1 triple. Tonight he's 1 for 3, a right-hand batter. Travs infield is back. Edwards, the righty from the stretch. Pitch on the way to Nelson. It's a curveball, and it's low and away, ball 1. Edwards has been effective this year. In 8 games, he's 2-0 with a 261 earned run average. Striking out 3, allowing 5 walks and 11 hits in 10 1/3 innings. The 1-0 is a curveball, and Nelson swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edwards has a lot of confidence in his breaking stuff. His fastball can ride a little bit, but it is in the high 80s, low 90s. Into the stretch. Edwards checks third. The 1-1 pitch to Nelson. Swing and a miss. Back to the curveball. Strike 2. Nelson is a strikeout machine. He's whipped 24 times this year. Last season in the Texas League, he struck out 129 times. The 1-2 from Edwards. Curve, check, swing, appeal. No swing, said the first base umpire. It's a 2-2 count, and from up here, it looks like Nelson did hold back. And I'm not quite sure how, because he has a big swing. He's tall, long arms, long legs, and he's got to get everything moving to start that swing. So holding back is a pretty tall order. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Edwards ready. Here's the right-hander's pitch. Swing and a foul off the plate back into the screen, and it's still 2-2. Nelson going after the breaking ball, and I'll tell you what, Edwards has thrown, I believe, 4 or 5 consecutive breaking pitches to him. A 2-0 lead for the Travs on the strength of a Brandon Wood homer in the 6th inning. Jesse Smith, 7 scoreless innings, in line for the win, but Edwards needs to get 2 more outs. The 2-2 to Nelson. Swinging a chopper to third, played by Brown. He'll flip to first base, and Elwood keeps his foot on the bag here to reach across his body towards right field to bring that one in. 5-3 goes the putout. Balentien scores on the play. It'll be an RBI ground out for Nelson, and the Travelers' lead is 2-1. But a good job by Brown. He never hesitated. He forgot about Balentien, focused on the tying runner. Boucher never flinched off of second base. He had no chance to. Gary Harris is the batter. I can remember Harris last year in mid-May providing the game-winning hit in a situation just like this. History should not repeat itself today. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch from Edwards is a fastball for strike 1 over the outside corner. The 2-1 Traveler lead in the bottom of the 9th inning. The tying run at second. That's the pinch runner Boucher. Harris has driven in only 2 runs this year in 14 games. The 0-1 swing and a miss on the Edwards changeup. Strike 2. One more strike and the Travs have their 9th win of the year. Edwards looks in for the sign from Wilson. He comes to the belt. Lifts the leg, now to the plate. The 0-2 is ball 1, high and outside, and Edwards tried to get Harris to chase that fastball. He wanted no part of it. Edwards checking second, kicks, deals, foul ball over the press box. Bill Edwards, in a 2-year career prior to this season, has only 1 save. Now, he was used mostly as a starter last season. His rookie campaign in 2004, a reliever where he had his only save. So he's trying for a 2nd career save right here in a pressure cooker situation in his first month at Double-A. Harris back up to the plate, left-hand batter. Edwards is ready. A glance at second. The pitch, curve, outside. Didn't break enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harris, 3 for 12. Oh, pardon me. He is 9 for 35 against right-hand pitchers. That's a 257 clip. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball. He struck him out swinging with a high outside fastball, as that will end the ball game. For the Missions in the 9th inning, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 man left. And the Arkansas Travelers win it by a final score of 2-1, and you can put it in the book. Darn good win for the boys from Little Rock, considering they took a 10-hour bus ride after a tough loss yesterday. They hold the Missions to only 1 run on 6 base hits. The win goes to Jesse Smith, the save for Bill Edwards, and Brandon Wood with the game-winning home run in the 6th inning. Travs record now 9-11. San Antonio falls to 6-13. We'll come back with the particulars after this on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with the Safe Driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with Deductible Reward. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir. Stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, Take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal. Okay. Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
An impressive win tonight for the Arkansas Travelers. Victors over the San Antonio Missions by a final score of 2-1. Welcome to the Allstate Insurance post-game report, brought to you by Allstate Insurance. Phil Elson with you, going through the final totals. These ones are unofficial for the visiting and winning Arkansas Travelers. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 4 left. For the San Antonio Missions, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error, and 6 left. Jesse Smith is your winning pitcher. He picks up his first victory against 1 loss. It's the first win for a Traveler starting pitcher in 11 games. Meanwhile, Ryan Feierabend pitched well, giving up 2 unearned runs in 6 innings, but Feierabend takes the loss. He falls to 0-2. Bill Edwards coming on for the final 2 outs, registering his first save of the year and second in his career. Time of game today, 2 hours, 31 minutes, and the paid attendance, 3,752. With a victory, the Travs are now 9-11, 7-3 on the road. Meanwhile, San Antonio falls to 6-13, losing for the 10th time in 11 games, and the Mission's now 2-4, laying in San Antonio. To the recap, and there's not much to recap here. Neither team got much offense going over the first 5 innings. Travs had their best opportunity to score in the second. Leadoff single by Matt Brown, 2-out double by Jason Espedo, but David Gates bounced out to first base, ending the inning. Meanwhile, Jesse Smith was spectacular. He had set down 12 of the first 13 batters he faced before allowing a couple of singles in the 5th. He would pitch around it, pitched around a triple in the bottom of the 6th inning to keep the Mission scoreless. By that time, he'd had a 2-0 lead thanks to Brandon Wood and Jesús Guzmán. Guzmán, because he made a fielding error on a chopper by Dwayne Bacon with 1 out of the 6th inning, hugging the third base line. Guzmán tried to backhand the ball instead of staying in front of it, and the ball went down the line, allowing Bacon to second base on the error, and Brandon Wood delivers a 2-run, 2-out homer to right field on a 1-0 pitch. Wood's 6th of the year, second in as many games, and that's all the Travelers would need. The Mission did not score against Jesse Smith, and then Aaron Pullen comes on in the 8th inning, allows a leadoff double to Jesús Guzmán, but pitched around that, kept them scoreless. Pullen did stumble in the 9th, allowing a 1-out walk to Wladimir Balentien, followed by a double by the first baseman Bryan LaHair. That put the tying run into second base, and manager Tyrone Boykin pulled Pullen in favor of Bill Edwards. Edwards comes on and induces a bounce out to third base by John Nelson, and then he strikes out Gary Harris swinging on a high fastball to end the game, and the Travs go on for the 2-1 win. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance postgame report, we will have scores from the Texas and Major League on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because 2 great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and FCC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
We are back for the Allstate Insurance postgame report at San Antonio's Municipal Stadium, better known as the Wolf. Phil Elson with you after the Travelers pull out a 2-1 victory over the San Antonio Missions. We have one of the game in the Texas League today. It's in progress in the top of the 9th inning at Corpus Christi with the Hooks leading the Springfield Cardinals by a 4-1 score. The Hooks getting all their runs on a grand slam in the bottom of the third inning by Jared Sandberg. And so if the Hooks hold on to that win, the Travs will gain a game on Springfield and pull within 4 of first place. The other teams all off. They'll start series tomorrow. Wichita has Midland. Tulsa has Frisco. Over to the major leagues now. See if there's any games currently in progress. Yes, there is. There's one of the National League. Houston whooping up on the Dodgers 8-2. Top of the 8th at Houston. Lance Berkman with his 8th home run of the year for the Astros. Jason Repko, number 3 for the Dodgers. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays taking the Yankees into the extra innings. Top of the 10th, and the Devil Rays just took the lead, 3-2 over the New York Yankees. Gary Sheffield entered the game's only home run. The only other game in progress at Seattle. The Mariners 3, the White Sox nothing in the top of the third. Now to the final scores. We started the National League where Philadelphia defeats Colorado 9-5. Ryan Madsen gets the win. Jason Jennings the loser. David Bell went deep for the Phils, and Corey Sullivan for Colorado. Milwaukee up to 12-10 after beating Atlanta 5-4. That finishes off a 3-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves. Ben Sheets the winner, 1-2. Jorge Soto the loser, 0-4. Former Traveler Derek Turnbow saved his 8th and the only homer off the bat of Milwaukee's Corey Kosky. The Cincinnati Reds with a surprising 15-7 record as they defeat the Washington Nationals 5-0, holding the Nats to only 1 base hit. Bronson Arroyo has been maybe the biggest surprise of the season. He is 4-0 with going 8 innings, allowing only the 1 hit. Ramon Ortiz takes the loss. He falls to 0-3. Damian Ross is the game's only homer. It was his 3rd. The St. Louis Cardinals beat Pittsburgh 4-3. Jason Isringhausen blew a save for Mark Mulder, allowing a homer by Jose Hernandez in the 9th inning. But Albert Pujols delivers the game-winning hit off Roberto Hernandez in the bottom of the 9th, and the Cards go on for the 4-3 win. One other homer in the game hit by Pittsburgh's Craig Wilson, his 7th of the year. Wes Helms with a game-winning pinch hit double in the 8th inning as Florida defeats the Chicago Cubs 7-5 at Wrigley Field. Cubs managed only 4 hits of the game, one of them a homer by Aramis Ramirez. Wow, we actually had a winner out here on the field as they're trying to throw a couple of salty balls into a very small shack out on the field right now. I don't know what kind of odds they get for it, but someone won $125 by throwing a softy ball through a very small chute in a shack that they drag onto the field here at Wolf Municipal Stadium. That's the most excitement for the Mission fans today. Other final scores out of San Diego. Arizona winners 3-2 over the Padres. Livan Hernandez was the win. That is El Duque with the win. He's 2-3. Jose Valverde saved his 5th. Padres got homers by Mike Piazza, 400th of his career, and Mark Bellhorn, his 1st of the season. Connor Jackson went deep for the winning Diamondbacks. Mets over the Giants 9-7. Barry Bonds hits his 3rd home run of the year and 711th of his career. The Mets win it in 11 innings, however, 9-7. Oliver the winner, Munter the loss, and Carlos Delgado also went deep. It's his 9th of the year. In the American League, Kansas City wins over Minnesota for the 3rd straight victory, 3-1. Brunelvis Hernandez wins his debut in the season. Amriori Burgos the save. Justin Morneau hit the game's only homer, his 5th. Oakland in 10 innings. Winners at Texas, 6-4. The Rangers get a homer from Kevin Mench. A's got 3 of them, and it was Frank Thomas, Bobby Crosby, and Dan Johnson going deep. By the way, Mench has now homered 6 consecutive games. Justin Duchur the winner, and the loss went to Wilson. Joe Kennedy saved his 1st. Los Angeles Angels 4, Detroit Tigers nothing. John Lackey the winner. His record's 3-1. Vladdy Guerrero hit his 5th homer. Major League debuts for former Travelers Reggie Willis in a pinch running situation, and Howie Kendrick, who started at second base, batting 9th. He went 0-4. Cleveland, a 7-1 win over Boston today with Cliff Lee picking up his 2nd win, defeating Tim Wakefield, who falls to 1-4. Johnny Peralta puts the Tribe up early with a homer in the 1st, his 3rd, and Willie Mo Pena went deep for the Red Sox, his 2nd. Our last final score comes from Toronto, where the Blue Jays defeated Baltimore 8-2. Ted Lilly was the winner. He is 2-1. Eric Bedard takes the 1st loss of his season. He's 4-1. Vernon Wells 2 homers. He has 9 on the year. Alex Rios went deep for his 6th. Jeff Conine homered for the Orioles, his 3rd of the year. Those are the scores, and you are now up to date across the Texas and Major Leagues, thanks to the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. And don't forget, you can always log on to Southwest Low Fares online at www.southwest.com. The Travelers winners 2-1 over the San Antonio Missions. We'll wrap it all up after this on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent for 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northwest Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
A victory tonight for the Arkansas Travelers. Their third win over the last 11 games, but it was an impressive one today. Travs 2-1 winners over the San Antonio Missions. Great pitching today for the Travs as they allowed their lowest run total of the season, 1 run on 6 hits, against San Antonio, a team that has now dropped 10 of their last 11 games. Here are the official final totals. We begin with the Travs. They scored 2 runs on 5 hits, committing no errors, and stranded 4. San Antonio scored 1 run on 6 hits, committing 1 error, and the Missions stranded 6. Jesse Smith, the winning pitcher, 7 innings of 4 hit balls, striking out 6 and allowing only 1 walk. Smith goes to 1-1. Ryan Feierabend takes the loss, though he did pitch well in 6 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, both unearned, struck out 6. Feierabend's record 0-2. Phil Edwards came on for the last 2 outs and saved his first of the year. Time of game today, 2 hours 31 minutes, and the paid attendance 3,752. 1 homer. It was hit by Brandon Wood. Wood, a 2-run shot in the 6th inning. It was home run number 6 for Wood's season. BC Powder player of the game will be Jesse Smith. Smith gave the Travelers an outstanding start when they needed it. They needed him to go 7 innings. He went 7 innings. This is the first victory for a Travelers starting pitcher since April the 15th, 11 days ago, and it couldn't have come at a better time. So Jesse Smith is today's BC Powder player of the game. BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Travelers. BC gets into your system fast, and BC goes to work fast. Headaches, backaches, muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC, used as directed. With a victory, the Travelers now have a record of 9-11. San Antonio falls to 6-13 and will play Game 2 of the series tomorrow night here at Wolf Municipal Stadium. Starting pitcher for the Travs will be left-hander Daniel Davidson. 0-1 record, 4.56 ERA. He goes up against another left-hander, Travis Blackley, a former Texas League Pitcher of the Year, who's trying to rebound after arm surgery. Blackley 1-2 and a 4.79 ERA. We'll have our first pitch tomorrow at 7:05, meaning the ITT 10 pregame show begins at 6:45 right here on your home for Arkansas Traveler Baseball, Little Rock's ESPN 1380. Big thanks back to the studio to Brad Hicks, to the folks at minorleaguebaseball.com for getting us on the internet, and to you fans for tuning in tonight. Thank you very, very much. Again, the final score from Wolf Municipal Stadium in San Antonio, the Arkansas Travelers 2 and the San Antonio Missions 1. This is Phil Elson. Enjoy your night. We'll talk Traveler Baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.